you ready to kick things off with our first celebrity guest? No big deal, just an Academy Award-winning actress joining us right here in Liverpool. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for the gorgeous Miss Geena Davis! Keep it going for her, Liverpool!
That's funny.
I did wonder what theme they would choose for you, but that was spot on.
That was a good choice, yes.
Well, first of all, welcome to Liverpool. Doesn't she look fabulous? I told her backstage there were no notes needed. I have some points I want to make, but I am your biggest fan, and I don't even know where to start in your illustrious career. But first, a question for me, just something casual. How have you been enjoying Liverpool so far? Will you get to see some of the city while you're here?
No, I got here last night and went to bed and then got up and came here. So
Those are the sights that you've seen.
But I'm having a really good day. It's so much fun. Everybody's so polite and enthusiastic, and it's really fun. Been very fun.
We're so honored that you could come all the way here to hang out with us. Now, will you see any of this city while you're here, or are you going to get right back to home and work?
Well, tell me what I should see.
Ooh, shout it out, guys. What do you think? Cavern Club?
The Beatles.
The Beatles Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a Beatles fan?
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Who isn't a Beatles
I'll try
fan?
to put that in my schedule.
Well, speaking of Beatles, how's that for a pun? We have to talk about Beetlejuice. I've only said it once, only once. First of all, your involvement in the film, how did that come about?
Okay, so I was invited to come and meet Tim Burton to talk about playing the role. And I was sent the script and I read it. And I went to his office, and he started out as an illustrator, you know, and an animator, and the walls were covered with his drawings of what the characters were going to look like, so it was fabulous. And he said, so tell me why you'd like to be in this movie. I said, I get this movie. I get it. I'm telling you. This movie, I get. And we talked for a while, and then he told me later that he cast me because I said I knew what the movie was about, and he felt like he didn't know. And so he figured it would be handy to have somebody on the set who knew what we were doing. So that was my role.
Sounds like you really helped him out there, which is nice. Well, were you surprised at the resurgence of Beetlejuice? Again, I said it twice now, so I've got to be careful. Were you surprised at the new film? What did you think of it?
Oh, I love the new film. It was fantastic. You know, just Tim Burton, I mean, he can do no wrong. And yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since that movie came out, but it still lives on. It's so fantastic. I don't know that we realized, you know, decades ago, that movies would last this long. I mean, first there were VHS tapes, and you know, and then CDs and all that. But you know, I watched a 60-year-old movie the other day on TV, and I'm like, this is magical. You know, that we have access like that.
Right, and it's endured the test of time. It's one of our most popular cosplays that we see. What's it like to see someone cosplaying, by the way, of one of your characters, be it from that film or any film?
Oh yeah, that's fun. I've actually autographed some life-size of the head with the big thing, and I'm like, where do I write on it? It's like, but that's fun, and I haven't seen anybody dressed as Thelma and Louise. Lots of T-shirts and things like that, but not really a copying of the costume. But I've seen a lot of women in the dress that Barbara wore, but also lots of their own uniforms.
Yes, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Rockford Peaches.
The Rockford Peaches.
I have to, if we can just segue, I was gonna go Thelma and Louise, but A League of Their Own, my two sisters and I mean, that's the most iconic film for us ever, and we just love all of the strong female leads. I mean, what a cast. Rosie O'Donnell, Madonna, we've had Laurie here before as well. What was it like working on that film? And also, of course, with Tom Hanks, who's an icon.
Yes, so it was so much fun. With the team, we really bonded. We all are still in touch and see each other, and we've actually done some of these conventions all together, which is amazing. So there was like I forget where it was, but there was a photo shoot where you could have your picture taken with like the whole team, and it was pretty special. But yeah, it was magical. We really became sort of a team. And Madonna, in case you're interested, was such a trooper. She was so normal. I mean, we didn't know what to expect. You know, would she have an entourage or want her own trailer or something? But she was just one of the gals. And for a wrap present, she gave us all peach-colored boxer shorts with peaches embroidered on it, which was so sweet.
That's so cute. What an amazing cast. But you talk about strong female leads. We have to talk about Thelma and Louise. I mean, this is not just a cult classic. This is an iconic classic. Really strong feminine tones, and I love it. What was it like to work with Susan Sarandon, who we've also had here at Monopoly, and she was so polite and lovely. But that film has not only been, you know, it means so much to so many people, but now younger generations are getting into watching it too.
Right. Well, so what happened with that movie was somebody told me, you've got to read this script, it's the best roles for women. And I got a hold of a copy and I read it, but it had already been cast. And I was like, oh no. And I talked to my agent about it, and Ridley was not the director. Ridley Scott was not the director at that time, he was the producer. And so my agent kept calling Ridley's office to say, you know, by the way, if anything happens, Gina's really interested. And it all fell apart. And then, oh, can Geena meet the new director? No, the new director already knows who he wants for Thelma. So there were 3 sets of Thelma and Louise before it was Susan and I. And finally, Ridley decided he was going to direct it himself. So, can I meet with him? Yes, you've been very persistent. It was like over a year. So I meet with Ridley and I have all this, you know, years worth of passion about why I absolutely had to play Louise. And I'm telling him, and he says, so, in other words, you wouldn't play Thelma. And I thought for just a second, I said, you know what's interesting? As I've been talking, I'm kind of listening to my thoughts about Louise's, and it occurs to me, it doesn't seem right. I actually should play Thelma. And then I just made shit up about why I absolutely had to be Thelma, and which is the part I played, yeah.
Yeah, but we love to hear the passion there, because sometimes I'll ask somebody how they got a role, and it's like, well, I auditioned and they chose me, and I'm like, great, okay. Well, it's lovely to hear that you actually fought for the roles that you got. We'd love to hear that. Very cool. Well, we have to talk quickly. We're not talking about female leads, but you're very, you use your platform for so many great things in GeenaDavis.org. And we have to talk about your Geena Davis Institute of Gender Media and, you know, equality in Hollywood. Do you think that we're finally getting into a better space in Hollywood when it comes to that, or do we have a long way, baby, to go?
Well, the great thing about my institute is that it's a research institute, and we have the numbers, so we know whether things are getting better or not. I started this when my daughter was 2 years old, and I showed her the first preschool show. And I was excited she was going to get to watch this fun show. And as it's going on, I'm like, how many female characters are in this show for little kids? And it turned out there was one, and a whole bunch of male characters. And then I saw it in a movie that we rented, or a video, or whatever, and I was like, wow, this is like such a bad idea that we're training kids from minute one to have unconscious gender bias by not showing them equal. So I didn't intend to make it like a life mission, which it is now, but I mentioned it to people in the industry if I happen to have a meeting with a producer or a director, whoever. I would say, have you ever noticed how few female characters are in movies and TV made for kids? And every person out of dozens upon dozens of people said, oh, no, but that's not true anymore. That's been fixed. And they would name a movie with one female character as proof that gender inequality was over. So it's clear that they were thinking one female character covers women.
That's enough.
So we don't need all these other ones. So that's when I realized, okay, so this is utterly unconscious. They have no idea they're doing this. So if I gave them the data, maybe that would make a difference. And did a giant study, it took 2 years, and went back to everybody with the data, and they were stunned. They were horrified. They would say, "We make kids stuff because we care about kids. How did we never think of this?"
Yeah.
So the numbers have moved tremendously since then. Because it worked.
Round of applause because you're doing so much, good using your platform, and we love to hear that. Before we get to the fans, I would love to talk to you and rewind about 1989 and what occurred that year. The Accidental Tourist, your Academy Award win. Another round of applause. Just sitting with an Oscar winner here, trying not to freak out. What was the? You look beautiful, by the way. I wish we had a photo to put up of your fantastic outfit. But what was the feeling like for you? Not only attending, but winning an Oscar.
It was crazy. So it was the day of. I was married to Jeff Goldblum at the time, who was incredibly supportive, and I'm getting all ready. I'm very nervous, and I figure, I better eat something because I'm not going to eat for hours. So in my gown, I sat down with a big bib and turned on the TV to eat a plate of spaghetti, and it was the Oprah show. And she had 5 expert film reviewers, like Siskel and Ebert and all those people. And they were right at the Best Supporting Actress category. And I'm like, wow. And so they went through all the first 4 names that were nominated, and everybody had opinions about who should win. And then when it came to my name, every single person said, "No, she has no chance. No.
Oh, no.
No. Absolutely not." And I was like, "Oh, I thought I had a 1 in 5 chance. I have no chance. Okay, so I guess I should still go." And we went there, and I was totally positive. And it was the first award. And then they said my name. I was like, I don't remember walking up there. I don't remember anything. And it was fantastic.
We love that.
It was fun.
What a fun visual with the bib and the spaghetti and the hangers around the TV. Well, you showed that.
Right.
You sure did.
Right.
Well, I would love to know what happened after this. What was the celebration like?
Oh, so I'd never been to the Oscars. I didn't know anything about it, but there's different parties all around town, and if you have one, you just get in any party. So we were going, my friends and I and Jeff were going around to these parties, and it was magical. It was so much fun. I was like, well, I got that out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't have to wonder if I'm ever going to get one of those.
On to the next. Ma'am, do you have ID for this party? No, here it is. It's my Oscar.
Right.
This is it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I could keep fangirling all day long, but we have a microphone here, number 1. We're going to go to number 1 and 2. If you have a question for Geena Davis, come on up. We have I Knew It, and a familiar face. Hey there.
Hiya.
How are you?
Great, yeah. Hi, my name's Jason. Myself and my best friend, we went to see Cutthroat Island when it came out, and we both loved it. And it just seemed a little strange a few years later when we saw the Pirates of the Caribbean movies hit so big. Did you feel like you were a bit ahead of the time, like ahead of the curve in doing that? Because it's a good movie.
Well, yeah, I was very disappointed with the reception. Thank you for that question, with the reception of it, because I thought it was a great pirate movie, and I certainly felt like, what women get to be a pirate captain, and then when all the Pirates of the Caribbean came out, I was like, are they that different from this movie? He even had the same kind of monkey, and he had a scar in his eyebrow in the same place that I had. And I thought maybe it was an homage. But I love that movie, and people have come around to it now, and I love that. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. We'll go to microphone number 2 here on the left. Hey.
Hi Geena, my name is Adam, pleased to meet you. Given you weren't expected to win the Oscars, how did you prepare for your speech?
Given that you were not expected to win the Oscar, how did you prepare for your Oscar speech?
Oh, right, sorry. I'm a little deaf and I forgot to wear my hearing aids, so if you can speak loud when you ask questions. I made a list of the names I should remember to say. I didn't write like a spiel about it, but I knew the names that I needed to mention if that possibly had happened. And I'd prepared that before finding out that I was definitely not going to win. So I did have that in the back of my mind. But you know what's funny? It was, the award was presented by Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson. And Melanie kissed me when we said hello. And I wandered over to the mic and I thought, oh, now I have a big kiss print on my face. So as I was giving the speech, I was going like this, and people thought, oh, she's so shy. Oh, she's being very shy. But it was really like, oh, I wonder what's on my face.
What a great, we love these behind the scenes stories. We've got a question all the way up here, microphone number 3. Feel free to adjust that if you need to and pull it down.
Hi, so I'm a big fan of Grey's Anatomy. So did you enjoy your time on the show? Did you enjoy your time on the show? And
Did you enjoy your time on Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
And
what would your storyline be if Nicole Herman was to return?
what would your storyline be if you were to return to Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, well, you know, they had me come back a few seasons, 3 years later, for like one episode. And we pretended like I could see again, and spoiler, and I couldn't. But I don't know. I would do it. I would definitely do it. I had such a good time on that. Jessica Capshaw and I just became really good friends. We had so much fun. So I would definitely do it again. And it's still going on. It's like in the 20-something episode now, right? I think mine was 11. So yeah, anyway.
Testament to how good the
But
show
it's
is.
interesting because sort of 15-year-old mid-teens kids almost invariably will say, if they come up to me, will say, I love Grey's Anatomy. So I'm like, oh, okay, so that's cool.
They rediscover things as well. Great question, thank you. We're going to go to microphone number 1 on the right. Just make sure you're talking right into that mic for us, please.
Hi, Geena. The Fly is my second favourite horror film of all time. I absolutely adore that film. But I've never had it in me to watch the sequel. Why didn't you return for the sequel? Is there a story behind it?
Oh, for the Fly 2?
Yeah.
I heard that they were going to do a sequel, and I was so excited because my character's pregnant at the end of the first one, and I thought, oh, okay. And I think they were still with Jeff at the time, and of course he couldn't come back. But they send me the script, and I can't wait, and I'm reading it, and the first scene is a delivery room scene, and oh my God, and oh, it's a maggot or something, and then, I'm dead. I died in almost like the second page or something. I'm like, this is yay, we're sending you a sequel script? It should have been all about my character. But I had an idea for a sequel. Instead of that, which would have been called Flies. Because I thought if I gave birth to twins, then we could be a growing up montage of like, oh, they like sweet sugar. Oh, like, sweet cereal, and oh, they climb a lot. I'm just worried about, are they going to fly out? And then when they reach puberty, yeah.
I'd be up for seeing that. What about you guys?
Please direct it.
Please direct it. Great question, thank you. Flies, coming soon. We have a question over here, number 2. Hi.
Hi, Geena. I love Cutthroat Island. Did you do all your own stunts during the film? And what can you tell us about the horse and carriage scene?
Yes, I did all of my stunts. There's a scene where I'm hanging off a rope over a 300-foot drop cliff, and I'm supposed to fall. That was a stunt guy that dropped off the cliff into the water, not me. But I did almost everything else. And one of my favorite things that happened was I met Quentin Tarantino one time to talk about something. And he said, I gotta tell you, I saw Cutthroat Island, and there's this stunt that I don't know how they did, and I ordered the film to send me the film, and I ran it over and over again, and I just can't see where the cut was and where the stunt was. I said, well, that's because I actually did it. He's like, no, oh my God. And I didn't, but I told him I did, why not? Yeah, I did almost everything myself. I was married to the director, and between that movie and Long Kiss Goodnight, I was gonna write a book called You Married Him, because I'd be like, what does he want me to do? He wants me to what? And the crew would all say, you married him. We can't do anything about it. So, but it was fun. I was happy I did all that. Yeah.
Great question. That's very impressive. Now I have to ask a fangirl question about my favorite, League of Their Own. Did you have baseball experience before the film?
Not a bit. Not a bit. I was very physically shy as a kid. They begged me to be on the basketball team, and I was like, I can't play basketball. And they were like, just stand there. You're the tallest girl. But I didn't want anybody to watch me do anything, so I never learned a sport. And now I had to play the best baseball player anybody has ever seen. But it turned out to revolutionize my life, because soon the coaches were saying, you have a lot of untapped athletic ability. You're actually very coordinated. And I was like, what? I'm finding out in my 30s that I'm very coordinated. So that really changed my life. And then, of course, for Cutthroat Island and Long Kiss Goodnight, I had to learn sword fighting and pistol shooting and all taekwondo, all this other stuff. So.
All thanks to your background as a Rockford Peach. We love to hear that. We've got a question over here at number 1. Hi there.
Hi Geena, my name's Lauren. I'm also a massive fan of Grey's Anatomy. I was just wondering, was it hard to get into the character of Nicole Heyman, because it was a really strong storyline, and I kind of loved the way that you treated Arizona at the start, and then you become best friends, and then the quote that you said when you come back, that they looked amazing, and then you went, no, still blind as an airplane. So yeah.
So, was it hard to get into character in Grey's Anatomy, and she loves the quotes from the show, and you being a strong female lead?
The clothes.
The quotes. Oh, can you say the quote again?
Still blind as an airplane, to Amelia and someone else that I can't remember, because they come in for a checkup after you'd had the tumour out.
To Amelia, after you have the tumour out.
After I had
the tumour out. The quote is to Amelia.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you want to say the quote again?
The question is...
I'm usually good at accents.
The question mostly is, was it hard to get into the character of Nicole Heyman?
Was it hard to get into the character? Because it was a very strong storyline, she also mentioned. Yes.
Right. Yeah, no, that's true. I'm sorry. It's a little bit you guys' accent. If you could ask your questions in American, that would be amazing. Yes, that was a very powerful storyline, right? And my character tries to pretend that I see at first, so that people aren't concerned. But then, and then my pal says, "What can you see?" And I said, "Nothing." Yeah, so it was a big deal. Yeah, that was a very, very powerful storyline. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you.
Great. So many touching moments in that show. Oh, we have a question right over here. Microphone 2. This lovely gentleman. Hello, sir.
Hi, I'm Joseph. I loved you in Beetlejuice. If there is a number 3, would you consider joining it? I would love to see you join it.
Into Beetlejuice. He loves Beetlejuice. Thank you, Joseph. Round of applause for Joseph. We love our young fans having the courage to ask the question. He loves Beetlejuice, loved you in it, and he would love to see you in Beetlejuice 3.
Well, then we'd have to say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Oh no, what have we done?
But it makes sense. Come on, Beetlejuice and then Beetlejuice, and then the third one. Yes, I would be in anything that has to do with Beetlejuice. Yeah, for sure. I would love that.
Joseph would love it too.
So.
Thank you, Joseph.
That's a great question. Thank you.
Yeah, we've got a question here at number 1.
Hello, my name is Antonio. I have come from Spain with my family to meet you because we are huge, huge fans of your work.
Thank you so much for coming.
You are welcome. I have a lot of questions, but I only going to read one. It is interesting the characterization of the three main characters in Beetlejuice. We have Barbara Maitland, Lydia Ditz, and Delia.
I'm going to stop you there, I'm going to keep translating. The characterization of three characters in Beetlejuice, which are Lydia, Barbara, and Delia.
Exactly.
Yes.
We have three different women with a strong presence in the film. Barbara Maitland could seem a doting domestic housewife, but remember that she's the one who drives the car of the couple.
Just 1 second. So they're all strong. I'm a translator now. That's going on the resume. So they're all strong females, Lydia, Barbara, and Delia. But he says Barbara can, be seen as a housewife and maybe meek, but she is the one that drives the car off into the demise. Continue, my good sir.
Yes, thank you very much. She's not afraid to summon Beetlejuice the first time, and even rides a giant sandworm at the climax of the movie. And my question is...
She's not afraid to say Beetlejuice or to ride the sandworm.
And my question is, as the founder of the Geena Davis Institute on Gender in Media, what do you think of the portrait of female characters in Beetlejuice?
Wow, okay.
Muchas
That's a
gracias.
great question.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with you. I think there were some really powerful female characters, even though, it's a comedy or whatever, but yeah, Barbara was very bold and brave, and it would be wrong to characterize her as just a housewife or whatever. I'm sure she had a big part in their hardware store and in all that. So yeah, I liked that aspect of her very much. There's a scene where we're in the waiting room and I'm sitting next to a guy with a shrunken head, and I just. Which I thought was funny. But I'll tell you about the scene. There was a scene where I opened the door. I'm going to leave the house for some reason. I open the door, and there's a giant sandworm. And of course, there's nothing there on the set. The cameras are outside the door. And so they're rolling. Okay. And I open the door, and I'm supposedly see a sandworm. And I go, and Timber says, "Oh, Geena, it's very tall." Oh. So we had to act to nothing a lot of times. We had to just, also, by the way, Stuart Little, we had to act to nothing at all.
You had to go from the sandworm to little Stuart Little, yes.
I think they hired me for Stuart Little because I had so much interspecies experience.
Yes, insects, sandworms, oh my goodness. Great question, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
He's touched on the females, Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara, two of my favorites. Any quick thoughts on the two of them?
Oh God, it was so fun. Catherine is just one of the funniest people on earth. And Winona was young, she was like 14 or something. It was amazing. And she's, I love her to death. Yeah, look where she is now.
Exactly.
I mean, my God.
They're both doing amazing things,
Yeah.
of course. Now we have Marty McFly with a question over here, number 2. He's back from the future.
Hi, my name is Ben Rose, and loved your role in Beetlejuice, one of my favorite classic movies. And my question is, what are your thoughts on the sequel and how your character and the Maitlands were not involved in the sequel / explained how they're not in it?
Yeah, I know. We could have come back. I don't know. Well, Tim Burton said in the press when they asked him about that, he said, I wanted to explore a different story than, because it was really about our experiences with Beetlejuice, the first one. But I figured maybe it was because in his world, ghosts don't age. You stay stuck the way you died. And, with Alec and I, one of us has aged.
Because I'm sitting right next to you and it ain't you. Great question. Great answer.
I'm sure he'd love that I said that.
We'll have him here and we'll play the footage for him next time. Thank you very much. Great cosplay, unless you're just nicely dressed. We're going to go to microphone number 1. Can you get the microphone? You can pull it down if you'd like. There we go.
What was your favourite part about being in Beetlejuice?
Your favorite part of Beetlejuice?
Oh, let's see. let's see. Well, I got to do a lot of fun things, like there's a scene where we're asleep, but I've drifted off the bed, and so they had a rig that was like a skinny little stick that stuck out. So I was laying on like a wooden stick that was hidden underneath my body, and then they dropped it. so because when I wake up, I fall. But so that was fun. There was a lot of really fun, interesting things. I liked when, at one point I have my fingers are on fire, and they put real tubes to a gas tank, and it was real fire. But it was really cool, and a lot of the special effects we did on set as opposed to CGI. And like there's a scene where we're looking in a mirror, and I pick up a little wooden horse, and we see the reflection of the horse, but we don't see us. And so they had, it was an open space. It wasn't a mirror, it was an open space. And they had a wooden horse and a stick, and then another wooden horse on the other end. So I was able to move the horse by itself without us showing, because it wasn't really a mirror. There was a lot of clever things like that, but I enjoyed all of that very much. Thank you.
Great question, thank you. There are so many great scenes like that. Even the moving of the horse and the fire and the ending with the bride, spoiler alert, for me as a kid, terrifying. But then you go back and you watch as an adult and you remember how funny it is and how comedic it was. I think they really touched on that, don't you think?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Tim Burton's mind to come up with all that crazy stuff, and Beetlejuice's arms unrolling and turning into hammers, and I'd like to take a tour of his mind.
Right, my goodness, wouldn't we all? We have a question over here, number 2. Hi there. Then we're gonna do one final question with this lovely princess, and then we'll let you get back to your autographs. Hi there.
Hi, nice to meet you. You mentioned Stuart Little earlier, and I actually have a question about it. So you walk in an orphanage, and you're born to adopt a child, and you meet this real mouse that speaks human language. Would you choose it over a real child? Would you adopt the mouse over a child?
Choose the mouse over a real child. You would choose the actual mouse over a real child, acting with a mouse or a real child.
Oh, well, Jonathan Lipnicki was very young at the time, and he's just a little kid. He couldn't learn a bunch of lines, in a scene. Couldn't do a whole scene. He had to hear the next line and then do it. So a lot of times I was saying his line. I'd say my line, and then I'd say, and now you say, "Where's the cat? Where's the cat?" Okay, look at me though. Look at me. Where's the cat? Where's the cat? And so that was kind of fun. I felt like I was kind of puppeting him sometimes. But thank you.
Thank you. Great question. He was so cute.
Yeah.
Speaking of cute, I think we have Miss Lydia Dietz over here. What? Round of applause for this beautiful cosplay. Just if someone can help her pull that mic down for me. You got it? There we go. Thank you, sir.
Give her a little hand.
Yeah.
There
Doesn't she look beautiful?
Thank you.
I'm Freya, and I'm a huge fan of Beetlejuice. And what's your favourite part in the house?
Freya would like to know what's your favorite part filming in the house. Yes.
Yeah.
Freya would like to know what your favorite part of filming in the house in Beetlejuice is.
Oh, filming in the house. That was fun. Well, I liked very much the attic where we had that model of the town. That was really fun. And it was really on, another floor like that. And I like when the stairway, the railing turned into a snake. Was very cool. That was really fun. And the scene where everybody's having dinner and they all start dancing and singing, and the shrimp cocktail turns into a dance. I mean, all that stuff it was really fun to be in that house. Yeah, we had a great time.
Great question,
I'm glad
Freya.
You liked it. Thank you.
Thank you, Freya. Round of applause for Freya Dietz.
Yay.
Looking gorgeous. Well, we know you've got so many adoring fans here in Liverpool that are so excited you're here to get back to. But just a quick question for me. After you leave us here, what are you looking forward to next? Be it professionally, personally, what's next for you?
Well, I actually have shot a new series for Netflix, and it's by the same creators as Stranger Things.
What?
So I'll be back.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's called The Burrows, not a burrow like a donkey, a burrow as in a neighborhood, and it takes place in one of those very fancy retirement communities, you know, where everything is supplied, and so me and about 5 others live on a cul-de-sac there, and then something weird starts happening, because you know those Duffer Brothers,
Yeah.
they love all that. So yeah, so we have to figure out how we're gonna save everybody and all that. Yeah, it's gonna be really
We'll
awesome.
be watching, am I right?
Yeah.
The Burrows coming soon to Netflix, starring the amazing Geena Davis. I want to say thank you for doing all the amazing work you do for females in film, for making memories with us, not only on screen, but here in Liverpool. You're one of my personal favorites. This was an honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Geena Davis.